Hi, in this video we'd like to explain what is a missed miscarriage or a silent miscarriage. Now, as the name suggests, these types of miscarriage actually evades detection, evades diagnosis. We miss them because it doesn't show the typical symptoms that we expect from a threatened miscarriage or a miscarriage that's going to happen or is happening. So symptoms that we expect are vaginal bleeding, abdominal cramps, we see some discharge. But however, for missed miscarriage, this form of pregnancy loss, it does not exhibit any of this symptom because the body does not recognize the pregnancy as already deceased. So the fetus or the embryo, depending on which stage we're talking about, could happen in the first trimester, could happen in the second or third trimester as well. The fetus has already deceased, the embryo is already deceased. However, the placenta and other functions of the pregnancy still function normally. So the body does not recognize this pregnancy failure and it continues to stay inside the uterus without being expelled. So sometimes it evades detections, and even if you do a blood test, you'll find that the HCG, which is the pregnancy hormone indication of pregnancy, is showing healthy levels, positive, rising. Progesterone is also positive and rising, which means the placenta and the corpus luteum are unaffected. However, the fetus or the embryo is already deceased. That's why we call this a silent miscarriage. The body does not know it has already happened. So how do we actually properly assess a silent miscarriage? Is that we need to do an ultrasound and then a fetal heartbeat test. If there is no heartbeat, then when we look at the ultrasound, if the pregnancy is very small, underdeveloped or not developed at all, very likely it's already become a missed miscarriage. So when you go for a prenatal checkup, you must make sure that they do a fetal heartbeat test, ultrasound, after doing blood tests and hormonal profile. Otherwise, if the pregnancy is allowed to proceed as usual, even if the HCG is positive, progesterone is positive, the pregnancy is already deceased, it may develop into a potential infection and it can lead to problematic complications. So if it is in fact a missed miscarriage, then you will need to do an induced abortion to remove the pregnancy tissue as soon as possible to prevent infection to occur. So what causes a missed miscarriage? The causes for missed miscarriage is very similar to any type of threatened miscarriage. So proper diagnosis is very important. It could be a number of reasons, for example, immunological factor, anti-embryonic antibodies, hormonal imbalance, uterine morphology, some form of malformation. Could there be a fibroid that's affecting this pregnancy? Adenomyosis, a number of issues. So diagnosis needs to be done properly, and here at the hospital, we offer you a diagnosis within 1 day. As long as you come to us, we will give you an ultrasound, blood test, HCG, and a blood profile, hormonal profile, checking for antibodies, a full systemic diagnosis, and then we will definitely figure out what is actually causing it. Whether or not the cause can be treatable is a different case, but in 80 to 85% of cases, it's very treatable. Because diagnosis is important is because we don't want the missed miscarriage to happen again, because very likely it happened before, it may happen again, so we need to diagnose and treat it before you go for your next pregnancy. So avoid having a pregnancy before you get treatment. Antai Hospital offers a full contractual treatment for missed miscarriage diagnosis and treatment, and if you do experience another pregnancy failure after treatment, then we will offer you a full refund guarantee as a sign of a trust and assurance that we offer you, because we specialize in miscarriage prevention and treatment for over 25 years and have helped thousands of couples achieve dreams of starting a family. Get in touch with us via the website, set up an online consultation, and let's see how we can help you today.